Well, greetings once again, blade fans. I have an interesting knife to show you today that was kind of an impulse buy, but hey, aren't they all to some degree? You know what I mean. Well, somebody on Instagram showed this knife and it caught my eye because I do like Japanese inspired designs, and this is one, being a traditional Tanto style knife. But here's the kicker. This is a Eafengrow, I think is how you pronounce it. $35 purchase from Amazon. And I was suspicious of Eafengrow because a few years back, Love Them Knives channel was analyzing lots of steels. He had the ability to send stuff out, get it checked for both Rockwell hardness as well as integrity of the steel, meaning is it really Sandvik, is it really 440, is it really this or that or the other thing. And this company, Eafengrow, came back basically misstating a lot of the steels that their knives were supposed to be. So I have heard that since then they have turned it around and they blamed their manufacturer, their OEM, whoever it was. Now, Eafengrow is makes has a lot of designs. Some of them are very interesting and compelling. Some of them are knockoffs of other companies' designs, but they're all in a very low price range, and they're extremely well made in appearance, at least. All right, so I'm not going to jabber on. This is labeled as 14C28N Sandvik steel, which is a good, solid cutlery steel, designed for kitchen knives originally. But what impressed me is the fit and the finish of this pretty large beast of a knife, around 6 inches or so blade length. We'll get to that in a moment, but look at that really nice belt satin longitudinal finish. A little gunk on the top there. Really nice jimping, and overall really nice design, but it is a heavy knife because you've got a full spine, full tang going all the way up to the end, not tapered or anything. You couldn't expect tapered at this price point. With this stainless guard, I took the handle slab off. It is not weight relieved underneath, just solid all the way through. So no skeletonizing in here. Again, you can't expect that at a $35 price point. But this could be like the beater of the year as far as fixed blades go. Really, really nice. Neutral handle, very much a stick-like handle that you see on many of the Japanese traditional Tantos. They stuck a little cheapo piece of paracord on there for a lanyard. If I use it at all, that'll probably come off because as a lanyard it isn't that useful and it just kind of detracts. But you do have that lanyard hole there to put in whatever you want. The grind on the edge is quite precise and sharp. So let's give it the old paper test, shall we? Well, yeah. Not perfect, but I'd say pretty darn good for the price point. You always have to qualify that, right? Okay. Comes with a really well-made and well-fitted Kydex sheath. And it is Kydex. Comes with interesting takeoff on a tech lock. Looks for all the world like a tech lock. It's got that alternate type of safety lock on there, though, that you rock that little flange. But well slotted, well grommeted, If you don't want it on there, take it off, put a strap on, put a ulti clip on, whatever. And it thumbs off and doesn't rattle. So, I mean, you're not getting that on some $100, $200 knives. I've experienced it. So just their branding, the EF for Eafengrow. It is called the EF123. Okay. Nice wedge on the top. What do we have here? It's a flat grind, but the grind comes about halfway up, gives you a lot of strength, and it's pretty strong out to the tip. Interesting guard that's slipped on, and then I noticed when I took the handles off that it is soldered in place after they slip it over the tang. So, you know, it's reasonably strong, and it's held in place by the handle slabs. Nice black G10. This does come in a jade green translucent G10, both for $35, $34.95 on Amazon. I mean, I am kind of shocked and surprised at what I got. And even if it's 440, it isn't that bad, but 14C, it's darn good. All right, overall length is 10.5 inches. Blade is like 5.9, we'll say. Blade thickness in millimeters, pretty stout, 4.5 millimeters, or for those of you that want the imperial measurements, 0.17, and a pretty thick rounded contoured handle of 0.80. So you got plenty to hold on to there. Remember, this is a fixed blade, and you want something to hold on to. You don't want that handle too thin. It has a roundness to it, but it's still flat. But it's a very nice radius there, and it's chamfered all the way around. No sharp edges whatsoever. The choil gives you plenty of room to choke up. I mean, it's not a just, you know, a kind of a token choil there. It's a definitely a decent one, and provides you with a good sharpening choil as well. Okay, so if we compare it to a couple comparable knives that cost a bit more, not a lot more, but a bit more. This is the Columbia River HZ6, a Williams design, in kind of the Osuraku Tanto style. Notice the difference between more of your standard Tanto design and the Osuraku. And here is the newly released Basilisk fixed blade from Dam Designs. We can get in a little tighter on those. So coming in pretty close, about an inch longer on the HZ6, and I realize I didn't get a weight, so we'll get that for you in a moment. It'll come up in the text you've probably already seen, but I'll do it online here. And this is a good deal longer, at least maybe 2.5 inches longer than the Basilisk. So this is not a light knife. I think when I weighed it previously, it was coming in around 10 ounces. So it feels solid and heavy in the hand for sure. Let's get that. 000. Okay. So yes, call it 10.3 ounces. Wow. I mean, for a fixed blade, are you really going to complain? I don't think so. What if we were to just do a quick compare here with the Basilisk, or no, something that's almost equally heavy? But we've got a 0. Come on. So that's coming in at 8.3. And that's not a light knife. That's another solid, heavy knife. And I can't recall, you can see my review on that one, but I can't recall if they skeletonized this on the inside or not. I think they did. Feels a little less handle heavy. It's right about there for that one. And as I recall, right about at the rivet, right at the screw for that one. So no, these aren't glued on. They do come off. There's a tube that connects both screws in the center, and that in itself, just not slapping them on and gluing them, is, you know, a bit of production money and effort. So yeah, I mean, it's Chinese made. Many things are Chinese made. Wii's Chinese made, Bestech's Chinese made, Riyad's Chinese made, but this is. But you're coming in at 35 bucks. I mean, hard to beat. So if you wanted a knife you didn't have to worry about, nice fixed blade knife, field knife, I can't vouch for how well the edge is going to hold up. I can't vouch for whether it is truly Sandvik steel or not. I'm going to assume they turn their game around, and it is Sandvik steel. So there you go. Sandvik steel, 35 bucks, full-size knife, great Kydex sheath. What's not to like? Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe. I hit 4,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. And I am considering a giveaway, so stay tuned on that. Be well. Catch you soon.